Hello students, today we will discuss the refraction through rectangular glass slab and refraction through glass prism. So, starting from this, refraction through rectangular glass slab. We already know about the refraction. Refraction is what? When light passes through one medium to another medium, the light ray bend, and its bending depends upon whether it is moving from rarer to denser medium or denser to rarer medium. If it is moving from rarer medium to denser medium, then it bends towards the normal, otherwise it bends away from the normal. So, rectangular glass slab, we have this A, B, C, D. There is a ray of light which strikes on this surface AB, forms angle of incidence I. This is normal. Here it is air and this is glass. So air is rarer and glass is denser medium. When incident ray strikes on this surface of this glass slab AB, it bends towards the normal. And forms angle of refraction R. This refracted ray strikes the other surface of the glass slab and forms angle R. Since now this refracted ray is coming out of the denser surface to the rarer medium, because here it is glass and here again it is air, so it bends away from the normal. So firstly, what we will do, we will proceed this incident ray or the original path of the incident ray. Now this refracted ray bend away from the normal because it is coming from denser medium to rarer medium. So it is coming like this. Here it is, and this is angle of emergence. Why it is angle of emergence? Because light emerges, this light ray emerges out of the glass slab, so this ray is emergent ray, and this angle is angle of emergence. Now in this light should be monochromatic ray of light. This incident ray is monochromatic ray of light. Why it is? Because light ray consists of 7 components, that is Vibrio, and out of this each component is having different wavelength. Due to its different wavelength, their bending phenomena is different. So we have taken one color of light as incident ray, and when it strikes on the surface AB, it forms angle of incidence I, and after getting refracted, it forms angle of refraction, that is R. This angle of refraction is equal to angle of refraction of this. Why it is? Because these two normals N1 and N2 are parallel to each other, and from mathematics we already know that these angles are equal. So these are nothing but equal angles. Now this refracted ray, when coming out of the glass slab or emerge out of the glass slab, when it passes through denser medium to rarer medium, it bends away from the norm. So here it is angle of emergence is greater than the angle of refraction. Angle of refraction, and here we can see the original path of this monochromatic ray of light is parallel to the emergent ray. Parallel to the emergent ray. So the perpendicular distance between emergent ray and the original path of the incident ray of light, that is a monochromatic ray, is known as lateral displacement. It is known as lateral displacement. In this, lateral displacement is perpendicular displacement. Can we say that in each case this original path and emergent ray is always parallel to each other? No, we cannot say. This will happen only when angle of incidence is equal to angle of emergence. In this case, we will get that emergent ray is parallel to the original path of this monochromatic incident ray of light. For all cases, this angle of refraction is equal to this angle of refraction, as we have discussed and we already know from the mathematics. Okay. So this lateral displacement or lateral shift of the light is majorly depends upon the various factors. And what are those factors? The factors are the parameters on which lateral displacement, whether it is greater or lesser, will be dependent upon the angle of incidence. If angle of incident ray is increased, if angle of incidence is increased, then lateral displacement will be also increased. Lateral displacement will also be increased. What are the other factors on which this lateral displacement depends? This lateral displacement also depends on the thickness of this glass slab. Thickness of the glass slab. It means this, if thickness of the glass slab will increase, the lateral displacement will also increase. Similarly, if we change the color, of the incident ray of light, it will also affect the lateral displacement. But how it affects? In this case, if the color changed and the wavelength of that color, if will decrease, then lateral displacement will increase. Then lateral displacement will be increased. This, if angle of incidence is increased, then lateral displacement will increase. Thickness of the glass slab increased, then displacement, lateral displacement is also increased. If wavelength of the monochromatic ray of light is decreased, means we choose the color in such a way so that the wavelength will be decreased, the lateral displacement will be increased. In case of violet light, we have minimum wavelength. So in case of violet monochromatic ray, the lateral displacement will be greater than any other color. And we have another factor, that is the glass. Refractive index of the glass. If refractive index of the glass will be greater, the lateral displacement will be increased. Why it is so? If this refractive index is greater, it means it bends towards the normal more than the earlier. So when it is coming out of this glass slab or emerging out of the glass slab, this will be somewhere here, and due to this there will be greater lateral displacement. So this is all about the rectangular glass slab. We will discuss the